Well, hello everybody, how we doing? This is the Ram951 and I'm here to bring you a little overview between the 1000 and 2000 PS Vita models. Let's just get into this, guys. So, what makes these two different? Well, let's start off. This is the 1000. This is in the color Cosmic Red, if you guys want to know, and then the 2000 is in Aqua Blue. The biggest difference and selling point in these two models is the 1000's OLED screen. So the OLED screen is it's just a better looking screen. The colors are more saturated. You have these deeper blues, these brighter reds, and it just looks really good on the OLED. It's not to say the LCD panel or screen on the 2000 is bad, but it just doesn't nearly look as great as the OLED panel. Moving on to that, everything's kind of downhill for the 1000, sadly. And what I mean by that, let's just get into how the ergonomics are when playing these games, these consoles. You can see here, there's not really much real estate for my hand to grab onto. It's really an uncomfortable grip, and after about an hour, 45 minutes of gameplay, this becomes discomfortable. I feel discomfort in my hand. As far as the 2000, you can see there's much more real estate to grab onto. It's also a slimmer and lighter model, so it's better for longer gameplay sessions. Going to gameplay sessions, these roughly get around 5 hours of gameplay, from the battery, but the Vita 2000 actually gets a bumped up extra hour, more or less, of battery that could be utilized for those longer gameplay sessions. So what that means is you're going to get an extra hour of battery on your Vita 2000, which is great. On the topic of battery, we are going to go into charging. So sadly, the 1000 uses a proprietary charging port that was only made by Sony. Nowadays there are aftermarket chargers for your 1000, but it's never the same having the official quote-unquote quality that OEM products bring for your electronics and such, or anything. The 2000 uses the universal micro USB, which is just fantastic, meaning you could find those anywhere, at your Dollar Tree, your Walmart, online, and they're really, really inexpensive in comparison to the older proprietary 1000 charging cables. Let's see here, so we did that, ergonomics. Another plus to the 2000, out of the box, you're going to get 1 gig of internal accessible memory. So with the 1000, you need to buy a memory card. The lowest to come in is 4 gig, and they're about $20 and up, depending where you look, sometimes a little cheaper. And this is really important if you want to get the most out of your Vita when adding custom firmware, because you need that memory card to even get those files uploaded to your 1000. 2000, like I said, internal 1 gig memory, so you can already start, going ham on it. You don't have to have that external proprietary memory card. Okay, next, there actually is a difference in the speakers. I'm not sure if it's just that the 1000 has more of a range you could choose from, but it seems like the speakers get a lot louder on the 2000 model than they do on the 1000 quicker. So say, for instance, I'm on bar 10 on the volume bar. They sound much louder on the 2000. I'm not sure if that's because it's just you have a lot more range and options when you go from, lowest to highest in volume, or it's just these are louder. Let's see here. There's not too much other differences other than, you're missing the proprietary kind of port that's on the 1000. Some models on the 1000 also have a port for the 3G SIM cards, which is going to be obsolete, especially with nowadays we have mobile hotspot. Let's see here. See here, the LED little button has been, or LED light has been moved to the top to let you know it's on. This one has a blue LED light behind the PS Home button on this one that kind of stays on. This one doesn't, so there's that. And let's take a look at the back. Back to ergonomics, you can see there's a bigger, kind of pad kind of grip for holding your 2000 versus the 1000. It's just a lot more longer, and you don't have as much surface area for your hand to grab onto in comparison to this. Alright guys, so enough about that. We're going to get into some more crucial stuff such as how the screens look when playing games, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so we're back. I'm going to be doing gameplay of Metal Slug. This is the first one, and this is on Adrenaline using this is using Adrenaline. This is a PSP game. And let's get into it. I'm going to lower this a bit again. This is on about, oops. That's about tick 10. I'm going to put on volume, you can see volume bar 4 and go from there. And you can see the LCD screen, it looks really good on the phone, and it looks pretty good as well on the 2000 itself. This is actually looking at the brightness on it. It looks a lot higher on the phone than it does on the actual PS Vita right now. It's actually a slight bit low, and it still looks good though. And because of those ergonomics, how I'm holding the Vita, it feels really good to hold and play. And again, this will lead to more comfortable, longer gameplay sessions the longer you play it. Check it out. What is it? Kicking ass and taking names is what I'm doing right now. Alright, so we're going to pause this here, and we're going to switch over to the 1000 model, aka the OLED. I already have it booted up on here. Now you can see the lowest default brightness setting is what I'm playing on right now. So on the actual phone, it probably looks a little. It looks a little, you know, pretty high in brightness. But this looks really good. It looks really nice, the OLED screen, and the colors are popping. You know, it looks really good. I can't stop saying it. Again, the PS Vita 2000, it does not have a bad screen in any means necessary. It's just that the OLED looks a lot better. And if you had both of them side by side, you could definitely see the difference in how they look. Now, as far as ergonomics, you can see it's really not as comfortable as a grip as the 2000, which is really sad, but that has to go with the looks also of the 1000. It just looks, some cases people look at it and think it's a better looking console. Some people don't. Alright, so we're going to switch back. Let's switch back to the 2000 and just kind of go from there. If you guys are wondering, I'm playing Metal Slug Anthology, and then both of them are Metal Slug 1. It's just Anthology has, you know, more of the series. Oh shit, I need to get out. It has like basically all, if not most of the Metal Slug games in it. It's like kind of like a bundle. One thing I do like the PS Vita 2000 for is that if you're playing at night, the LCD gets a lot dimmer, so you don't have to worry about straining your eyes as much. I notice when I'm playing the OLED model, it's not terrible, but you definitely, say you're playing in your room, it's pitch black, there's no light, you know, it's just you and the Vita. Man, does it look super bright, like beyond bright, and you're just like, I can't lower the brightness any lower than it is. And that's one advantage I do like of the 2000. And again, the grip just feels great, don't have any issues with it, and I died. And we'll switch back one more time, almost dropped my damn 2000, to the 1000 model. And again, this is on volume 10, so let me just lower it down to 4. You can see how quiet it is. I mean, if you're like in like no sound in the room, you definitely can hear the volume, but the low volume on this is just crazy. I'm not sure if they if the two Vitas have the same, you know, volume output, it's just maybe the way that the 1000's software is set up is that, you know, it just gets a lot lower as far as, you know, choosing the different volume outputs. But this is on, you know, output 4, you know, bar 4. The other one was also on 4, and I could hardly hear anything on this. Yeah, so I'm gonna end it there, guys. Again, this is my little overview and comparison. In the end, which one should you guys buy? Well, this is gonna come down to just preference by you guys. If you want my opinion, I think just for the longevity of the Vitas and the lifespan, and not what's, you know, just saying, you're gonna have a better. It's gonna be better just to get to 2000. I already explained why, but I'll go over real quick. You know, being able to find those micro USBs, they're gonna be around for, you know, 10 years, maybe more. You'll go to your thrift stores, you find them in the dollar bins. You know, they'll be like giveaways. Those proprietary charging ports, eventually they're gonna die out on you. You're gonna have to get an aftermarket one, and they just won't work as well. Some I've heard they do, some I've heard not. Again, ergonomics. There is a fix to the ergonomics on the 1000, but it does involve buying yourself a kind of grip cover such as this. And if you want to check this out, look on my YouTube channel. This is going to be the most recent video of upload, I believe, and I'll explain how this just changes your 1000. Yeah, so you're going to need that. Now, not only does it add that grip, it adds L2, R2 buttons, so that's a big plus. But overall ergonomics and just that extra light weight, you know, to the 2000s is going to go a long way as well. Extra battery life. So, you know, the clear winner is obviously the 2000, but we always go back to that OLED panel, and that's just going to be one thing that the 2000 will never have, is just that great OLED panel that the 1000 has. So yeah, guys, I hope this video gave you a little bit insight on which one you should pick, which one, how, you know, explain the differences, what makes this better than that, and so on and so forth. Alright guys, until next time, this is Random951 signing off. Peace.